हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गाये नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शङ्करं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरम् भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। We'll begin with the Shanti mantra. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। So we are seeing this Taittiriya Upanishad from Krishna Yajurveda. We have briefly gone through the Shiksha Valli. Now we will begin the study of Brahmananda Valli. The main theme of the Upanishad, in fact, the theme of all the Upanishads is Brahma Vidya. The knowledge of Brahma is revealed in all these Upanishads. We have seen other Upanishads, Isha, Kena, Katha, Prashna, Mundaka, Taittiriya, Chandogya, Kaivalya. The names of the Upanishads are also very interesting. Ishavasya Upanishad begins with the mantra Ishavasyam, hence it is named as Ishavasya Upanishad. Kena Upanishad also begins with the mantra Kena, Keneshitam Patati Preshitam Manaha. Therefore, it is named as Kena Upanishad. Similarly, we have Prashna Upanishad where 6 disciples approach a teacher and they ask questions. Hence, it is called Prashna Upanishad, and so on. This Upanishad is called Taittiriya Upanishad. What is the significance of this name? There is a story behind this. There was a great rishi, Yajnavalkya rishi, and he used to study with his teacher, Vaishampayan. So Yajnavalkya rishi was very bright, very intelligent. So once he had an argument with his teacher also. So the teacher got annoyed with him, got very angry with him, and he told Yajnavalkya rishi that you give back all the knowledge which I have given to you. Vomit it out from yourself. So Yajnavalkya vomited the knowledge which he had gained from his teacher. But he was so wise and so intelligent that whatever he vomited was also very, very valuable. So the teacher told the other disciples that you take the form of birds and just eat all this vomit. So those disciples took the form of a Taittiriya bird. In English, I think it is called partridge. Taittiriya bird, and they just ate all that was vomited. And it became a new shakha in the, in the in the in the Yajurveda, and this was the Taittiriya shakha, and this Upanishad is belongs to that shakha. Therefore, it is also called Taittiriya Upanishad. This story is very significant, very interesting. That when we study with our teachers, we contemplate and we absorb that knowledge. And when we express it, it is like a vomit only. It has gone through our system and we are pouring it out. That also has got great value. And for seekers who want to pursue this path, that knowledge also becomes very, very significant. So this strange story is there behind this name, Taittiriya Upanishad. The first Valli focuses on upasana, but just by performing various upasanas and also by performing karma, we cannot become free of all our bondage. As I had mentioned in the last pravachan, that our main problem is our suffering, our sorrow. We want to get rid of all our suffering. Not only human beings, but even if we observe the other creatures, animals, birds, they also don't want to suffer. They don't want pain. So we also strive to become free of our sorrows, our pain, our suffering. And in order to get rid of this, we try various methods. We try to acquire wealth, we try to acquire position, name, fame in this world. But all this doesn't help us to become free of all our sufferings. So one should understand what is the cause of this suffering. See, there are certain experiences which are very, I'm very sure about it then. One is I'm sure about my own existence. And I'm sure about this world which is there in front of me. And when I look at myself and try to understand who exactly am I understand myself as a knower of this world through my senses, through my mind, through my intellect. I know this world. I see, hear, taste, touch. I recognize, I know. So I am a knower. Exactly where am I, what is my nature and all, I don't know. But from the activities, I can infer that I am a knower. Suppose a beautiful sunrise is there and I look at it, I know about it. So I say, I know. I know what I see through my senses. I know what I understand through my mind, through my intellect. So I am a knower. Then again, I am also a doer, performer of action. With the help of my body, with the help of the karmendriyas, I perform actions. I am a doer. That entity I have the ability to do, to move, to hold, to talk, to transform. So I am a doer. And I am also an experiencer of the joys and sorrows of this world. I become happy, I become unhappy, I become tense, I become frightened, I become worried, I'm scared, I'm guilty, I feel jealous. So all these are experiences which I have. So I am an experiencer, I am a doer of actions, and I am the knower also. In Sanskrit, it's called Jnata, Bhokta, and Karta. Karta, Bhokta, and Jnata. And I am considering myself as karta, bhokta, jnata, because I can see it, I can understand it. But I become karta, bhokta, jnata only with the help of these equipments, with the help of my body, with the help of my mind, with the help of my senses, with the help of my intellect. I become karta, bhokta, jnata. But there is a time when I am free of these equipments. I keep this equipment aside. Just like I use a pen to write. After writing, I keep the pen aside. So even when I keep the pen aside, I continue to exist. The pen doesn't function without me, but I exist without the pen. Similarly, I cannot become a doer, knower, enjoyer without the equipments of body, mind, intellect. But without them also I exist. I can keep them aside. Like in deep sleep, all my equipments are kept aside and I remain as I am. Who is this I? Who am I? I don't know. I only know the expression, the activities of this I as karta, bhokta, jnata. But exactly what is the nature of this I don't know. And constantly I perform actions, I experience the pains and joys and sorrows. I keep knowing this world that goes on and on. My actions are prompted by the desires which I have. And the desires are endless, so the actions are endless, the results are endless. And the Shastras say that even if I die, I am born again to experience the karmas which I have stored within. So this is the samsara, this is the suffering. And there seems to be no escape from this. But the Shastras, our Vedas, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita have reveals to us that the main cause of this suffering is ignorance about my own self. I consider myself karta, bhokta, jnata, but that is with respect to the upadhis. By myself, I am neither karta, nor bhokta, nor jnata. So who am I? What is my nature? Is not known. Shastra says that once you know yourself as you are, you will become free of these false notions of being a karta, being a bhokta, being a jnata. And who am I? The Shastras say that you are Brahma. You are Brahma. You are Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. But that Brahma is not known. So we have to know ourselves as Brahma. We have to gain Brahma Vidya to become free of all our sorrows, of all our pain, of all our sufferings. Hence, the topic of the Upanishad is Brahma Vidya. And this Brahmananda Valli also reveals that Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of Brahma. It begins with this beautiful Shanti mantra. So we will first try to understand this Shanti mantra and pray together for peace, and thereafter study this Upanishad. Again, we will chant Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The teacher and the students together they pray. They pray to that Supreme Brahma who is indicated in the Shastras as Om. Om is the name of Brahma. Om is the symbol of Brahma. Om is the support of Brahma. Om represents not only Sagun Brahma but also Nirgun Brahma. With the help of Om, we can attain Brahma. Om is not just a sound, but it has great significance. The sound conveys the real nature of that Brahma. But it is so subtle and so deep that to understand this sound, again we have to study the Upanishads. So Om, the Paramatma, Sahana Vavatu. May that Om protect us. May Om protect the teacher and the student. See, when we are focused on our study, our mind can be focused at one place at a time. So when we are focused on our study, we might not be aware of what is happening around us. We might not be aware of the dangers around us. So we pray to Bhagwan that please protect us, protect this body, protect our mind, our senses, our intellect, protect our antakkarana, protect our goodness, protect all that I have studied in the past, protect all the good values which I have cultivated in the past. Protect us so that we can focus our attention on the study of the Upanishad. So Om Sahana Vavatu. May that Om protect the teacher as well as the students. Sahana Bhunaktu. May that Om nourish us, make us strong, make us powerful, make us fit to comprehend this supreme truth. Make our body tuned to this truth. May my mind, may my intellect become well nourished, strong to comprehend this truth. So bhunattu, bhojayatu. May that Om nourish us both. Saha viryam karavavahai. May we put forth effort. Shankaracharya writes, कि सह वीर्यम विद्यादि निमित्तम सामर्थ्यम करवावहै निर्वर्तयावहै. That the samarthya, the effort which is required to acquire this knowledge, maybe acquire that effort and maybe put forth that effort. So, in order to gain this knowledge, also, we should put forth effort. Effort is what you call put forth by not only the teacher but by the students also. The teacher puts forth effort to express what he has learned, what he knows in the best possible way. See, it is one thing to know, but it is another thing to express and to teach. Teaching is a different game altogether. I may know a lot, but I should also know how to teach. Because there are different types of students and their capacity to comprehend and understand might also be different. See, depending on our samskar, depending on our on our other sadhana which we have done, depending on the purity of our antakarana, all of us will have different capacity to comprehend what is taught. Therefore, it is said that when a teacher teaches, there are some students who yathavat janati, they understand it as it is taught. Some understand it differently, slightly differently. And some understand it exactly in opposite way, depending on our own samskars, on our own purity. So the teacher has to put forth effort to make the learning easy, comprehensible, understandable by all types of students. That is the effort which the teacher puts forth. In Bhagavad Gita also, Arjuna kept on asking questions and Bhagavan kept on teaching him. And even after teaching in 18 chapters, finally Bhagavan asked Arjuna that did you understand what I taught you? Did you listen to my teachings? Did you understand what I taught you? Are all your confusions gone? Means even after teaching everything in detail, Bhagavan asked the student Arjuna, and if Arjuna had said, no, I did not understand, Bhagavan would have continued with this Bhagavad Gita. But Arjuna said, Nashto moha smritil ladva tvat prasadat mayachyuta. That all my delusion has gone away by your grace. Stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. I am well established in this understanding now. I will do as you say. So teacher puts forth effort to teach, but the student should also put forth effort to understand. See, Upanishads, listening to Upanishad and listening to some katha is different. In case of listening to some katha, you have to identify, you have to feel the whole scenario, and with total faith and reverence we should listen to the katha, like Rama katha. Sadhara sunavu, with reverence we should listen And when we tune to that katha, our antakarana gets purified automatically. But in case of pravachan, when we listen to the nirupan of these Upanishads, then we should not only feel what is conveyed, but we should understand, we should think. So we have to contemplate, we have to comprehend all that is taught. The pravachan is given to teach us something, to make us understand. So we have to put forth effort to understand. So it is said that 25% of the learning take place when we listen to the teacher. 25% more happens when we contemplate on what we have learned. 25% more happen when we discuss what we have learned with other fellow students. 75% हो गया. And the remaining 25% we come to understand after a passage of time. When what we have learned and all, it gets settled in our antakarana. After passage of time, then more and more deeper understanding happens. So we have to put forth effort to understand. So that is what is conveyed here, is saha viryam karvavahe. May we attain that virya, the strength and power to acquire this knowledge and put forth that effort to acquire this knowledge. And tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. And may us who are tejasvi, the teacher is also tejasvi, bright, brilliant, and the students are also tejasvi, very bright, very brilliant, because only those who are having certain qualities only will finally approach the Upanishads. Everyone will not be interested to study the Upanishads. Only rare few finally develop the jitnyasa to study the Upanishads. So that brilliance is there in the students and in the teacher also. So that is called Tej. So Tejasvinavadhitam astu. So our adhitam also, whatever we have studied, whatever we have learned, may our learning also become tejasvi. May our knowledge be tejasvi, be bright and brilliant. Means may we comprehend everything clearly. Let there be shine in our understanding. There should not be any doubts. There should not be any confusion. There should not be any errors in our understanding. There should not be any contradictions. Our understanding should be crystal clear. Crystal clear itself, crystal clear understanding itself will help us. So that is also a prayer, that may our understanding be crystal clear, may be tejasvi. May our understanding be tejasvi. Tejasvi navadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahe. And may we not dislike each other. May the student and the teacher not have any misunderstandings, any dislike towards each other. Because if we don't like each other, if we dislike, then that learning will not happen. We should, because this learning is something alive, it is something precious. It gets conveyed when we have proper attitude of love, respect, reverence, faith in the teacher. And similarly, the teacher has got love, respect, reverence towards the students. The students should also be properly respected and revered. Shankaracharya ji writes कि विद्या ग्रहण निमित्तं शिष्यस्य आचार्यस्य वा प्रमादकृतात् अन्यायात् विद्वेषः प्राप्तः तच्छमनाय इयम् आशिः मा विद्विषावः इति. That due to pramad or due to negligence or due to some reason, there might be some dislike or some misunderstanding between the student and the teacher. There might be which can create disturbance. So here the prayer is that may we not have such misunderstandings, may we not dislike each other. May we have proper, genuine reverence and respect for each other. So, Ma vid vishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let there be peace, peace and peace. Adi Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, and Adi Daivik Shanti may be there. Let there be Shanti at all three levels. So in this way, this Upanishad begins with this beautiful Shanti mantra. And then we have the first Anuvak. So let us chant that those mantras of the first Anuvak, which is the most important. Om Brahmavida apnoti param tadeshabhyukta satyam jnanamanantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman soshnute sarvan kamaan sah brahmana vipaschiteti तस्माद् वा एतस्माद् आत्मन आकाशः सम्भूतः आकाशाद् वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरापः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणः पक्षः अयम् उत्तरः पक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. The beautiful mantra. This Upanishad begins with this very powerful mantra directly from the top. It says that one who knows Brahma, Brahmavit apnoti param. One who knows Brahma attains the Supreme. And what is the nature of this Brahma? Taresha bhyukta, or that will tell you. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Brahma is Satyam, Jnanam and Anantam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyuman. One who recognizes that Brahma in the cave of one's own heart, in the space of our antakarana. Such a enlightened person, Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipaschiteti. Such an enlightened individual person being that Brahma experiences the fulfillment of all desires at the same time, means gains supreme bliss. Thereafter, the mantra conveys how this world came into existence. That Brahma, which is not different from Atma, tasmad va etasmat atmanah akashas sambhuta. From that Brahma, which is Atma, Akash was born. And from Akash, Vayu was born. Akash is space, Vayu air. And from Vayu, Agni was born. Agni is fire. And from Agni, water was born. Agni Rapaha. And from water, Prithvi was born. And from Prithvi, the various types of plants were born. Aushadhayaha. And Aushadhibhyo nam anna purushaha. And from all these plants, anna, food was born. And from food, human beings were born. Sa va esha purusho anna rasamayaha. This human being is made up of anna, essence of food. Tasya idam eva shiraha. This is his head. Ayam dakshina pakshaha. This is his right wing. The right hand is like a right wing. Ayam uttara pakshaha. And this is his left wing. Ayam atma. The middle portion of his body is atma. Idam pucham pratishtha. And the lower portion is like a tail. Tadappesha shloko bhavati. Regarding this, there is this shloka which is mentioned in the next Anuvak. This is the literal translation of this mantra. So let us now understand this with the help of Adi Shankaracharyaji's Bhashya. So in the beginning he writes, Shankaracharyaji writes, that in the Shiksha Valli we have studied about Upasana. So Samhitadi Vishayani Karma Bhihi Aviruddhani Upasanani Uktani. So these Upasanas which are like karma only, they are mentioned in the beginning, and various types of these Upasanas, wherein they also mention about Sopadik Atma, Atma along with the Upadhis. In the previous Shiksha Valli we have seen, the Upanishad describes that Hridaya Akash, wherein one has to meditate on that Atma. There the Atma is described along with its Upadhis, along with the conditionings. But with all these Upasanas and Karma, we cannot become free of all our bondage. Because Karma and Upasana doesn't give knowledge. And only knowledge can set us free. Shankaracharya writes कि अशेषः उपद्रव बीजस्य अज्ञानस्य निवृत्त्यर्थं विधूत सर्व उपाधि विशेष आत्मदर्शनार्थं इदम आरभ्यते ब्रह्म विदाप्नोति परम इत्यादि. That in order to reveal, in order to destroy the ajnana completely, Ashesha Upadrava Bijasya Ajnanasya, this ajnan, self ignorance about myself, which is the cause of all upadrava, which is the cause of all calamity, which is the cause of all our problem. We are living in a different zone altogether because of ignorance. So, in order to destroy this ignorance, vidhuta sarva upadhi vishesha atma darshanartham, we have to gain that atma darshan. We have to recognize ourself free of all upadhis as it is pure. See, like when we look at a sugar cane has got sweetness in it, but it has got so many other things. So, in order to remove that sweetness, we have to really take out that rasa, essence from it, and throw away all that is non essential. So, when we take out the juice from that sugar cane, the pure, that rasa of that sugar cane comes. When we drink it, it is so sweet and so wonderful. Similarly, Atma, along with this body, mind, intellect, is like a sugar cane only. Those who don't have proper teeth, those who don't have the capacity to really chew and bite, the sugar cane is just like a like a bamboo only. It will not give us that joy, that sweetness, or even if we try, little sweetness we can get along with all the non-essentials. So we should be able to remove that rasa. Similarly, whatever little joy which we get at the level of our body, our mind, our senses, it is because of the presence of the self only. But it is mixed with all these upadhis and their problems and their limitations. So we should be able to take out that rasa from our own self, of our own self. And that can happen through knowledge. When we gain that knowledge, all the anatma, all that is not myself is negated. And I come to recognize myself free from all upadhis. So, Ashesha Upadrava Bijasya Jnanasya Nivrityartham Vidhuta Sarva Upadhi Vishesha Atma Darshanartham Idam Arabhyate Brahma Vidapnoti Param Ityadi. In order to reveal this knowledge of ourself as it is, the text begins with the statement Brahma Vidapnoti Param. That know that Brahma, one who knows that Brahma attains the supreme. See, all of us, we strive, we put forth effort to attain something. But what we attain is, if it is not supreme, then our effort will not come to an end. And that is what happens. Our desire, actually, really speaking, that desire is for supreme only. But we seek that supreme in the little objects of this world, little experiences of this world. So we never come to attain that supreme. But the Upanishad makes a categorical statement in the beginning itself. It says, Brahmavid apnoti param. Only the knower of Brahma will attain supreme. You have to know that Brahma to attain supreme. See, before one begins any text, there are certain things which we have to understand. They are called Anubandha Chatushtaya. Means what is the theme of the text? Vishaya. Then who are fit to study that text? It's called Adhikari. Then prayojan, what is the purpose of the study? And sambandha, what is the connection? So it's very interesting. What is the theme of this Upanishad? It's called Brahma Vidya, knowledge of Brahma. So knowledge of Brahma is the Vishay, the main topic of this Upanishad. Okay. And who are the adhikaris? Who are fit, who are authorized, or who have the qualities to study this, to gain this knowledge? What qualities should I have if I want to acquire this knowledge? That is said in Vedanta that you should have Vivek, Vairagya, Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhan, and Mumukshutvam. These 9 qualities are required. Viveka, that ability to distinguish between Nitya and Anitya, that which is Nitya and that which is Anitya. Then we should have Vairagya towards all that is Anitya, towards all the limited pleasures and goals of this world and the other world. Then we should have a quietude of our mind. Mind should not be restless. A restless mind, a mad person, a distracted person is not fit for study of the Upanishads. So Shama, then Dhamma should have total control over our senses. Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, we should be able to withdraw our attention of the mind from the worldly pursuits and worldly activities. Uparama it is called. So Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, capacity to bear the ups and downs of life, pleasure and pain, cold and heat. Some people actually, little bit of disturbance, they get so disturbed. Little bit of heat, they are disturbed. It is more cold, they are disturbed. Little noisy outside, they are disturbed. Little some other problem, they are disturbed. So one should be able to bear with the ups and downs of life. Heat and cold, joys and sorrows, pleasure and pain. They keep on coming and going. So just remain calm and peaceful and tolerate them. So titiksha. Then shraddha, faith in the teacher, faith in the shastras, faith in that Brahma, faith in yourself. Shraddha. And samadhan, total focus on our goal. Focus on our goal. Not that after a few days we forget. One should be able to focus one's attention on the goal till it is attained. And mumukshutvam, intense desire for liberation. So if we have these qualities, we are fit to study the Upanishads. Mumukshutvam, desire for liberation, and other qualities. But what is the purpose of this study? The Vedanta says that when you gain this knowledge, you will become free. You want moksha, na? Yes. You can attain moksha by gaining this knowledge. So moksha is the prayojan And that moksha is attained when we gain this knowledge, acquire this knowledge. So the relationship of that moksha and gaining this knowledge is that when we acquire this knowledge, we can become free. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to change anything. You gain this knowledge and you are free. So that is the sambandha, that is the relationship. So I, as a seeker who wants to become free, I approach the Upanishad. I approach the teacher who teaches me the Upanishad. The teacher says, you gain this knowledge. So I ask him why I want moksha, I don't want knowledge. He says, when you gain this knowledge, you will become free. You will gain moksha. So moksha is attained through knowledge. That is the sambandha. See, now very interesting. What is this knowledge? See, one is that we gain knowledge of an object. Let us say a flower is there, and we gain the knowledge of that flower. So I am the knower, flower is the object to be known, and that knowledge is there. So I, remaining different from this flower, gain the knowledge of this flower. What happens? The vritti of this flower happens in my buddhi. The image of this flower happens in my buddhi, and that itself is called knowledge of the flower. Not only the image of the flower, but all that is related to the flower. About the petals, about the pollen, about the stem, about all those things, I come to understand. That is called knowledge. But this Brahma Vidya you are saying, this will also be, we will gain this knowledge in the same way. In the beginning, it may appear to be same. Means at a particular, in the beginning, the knowledge of Brahma will be gained as though remaining separate from that Brahma. I will gain theoretical understanding of Brahma. First, we have to gain the theoretical understanding of Brahma. But Brahma is not different from myself. So Brahma Vidya is nothing but Atma Vidya, knowledge of Atma. So knowledge of Atma is not same as knowledge of any object of this world. Because Atma is not different from myself, Atma is not different from the knower. But it is also called knowledge only. Self-knowledge, we say. So what is the difference? The difference is the knowledge of Atma is also called anubhuti, experience. See, when I know a flower, I remain separate from the flower. But to know the Atma, I cannot remain separate because it is myself. So knowing the Atma is being the Atma. So knowing the Atma is gaining experience of that Atma. It's called Anubhuti. Aparoksha Anubhuti it is called. That Aparoksha Anubhuti itself is that self-knowledge. But a new term is used for that because that Atma is not different from the knower. So it's called Anubhuti. Shankaracharya calls it Avagati. In Brahma Sutra, there is a very beautiful sutra about Jidnyasa. It begins with that Athato Brahma Jidnyasa. And while explaining the term Jidnyasa, Bhagwan Shankaracharya writes कि ज्ञातुम इच्छा जिज्ञासा. What is jignasa? That desire to know. But what is the meaning of knowledge? He says avagati paryantam jnanam. That knowledge is that which culminates in avagati, in experience. Means I should not only know Brahma theoretically, but I should know, directly experience that Brahma as myself. So that is the beauty of this self-knowledge. It is not just theoretical understanding, but direct experience of that self. So that Brahma is revealed in this first Anuvak itself. We will study it more in detail in our class on Monday. So till then, you take care. Be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy. Do your work, do your sadhana. And we will meet again soon on Monday. We will conclude now with a prayer for those who lost their life in the terrible incident which happened in Pahalgam. So let us pray for the departed jivas, pray for their sadgati, pray for solace for the family members who lost their near and dear ones, and also pray that such terrible incidents who made it possible, not only those people who did this horrible crime, but all those who supported them and the thought process which went towards this horrible incident. Let us pray that that thought process itself, that narrative itself, that philosophy itself get destroyed from this world. And let there be peace, peace and peace. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormokshi Yamamrutaat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।